Creating a Flatfile database with Access 2007. First of all, open Access up. Mine's down here in a shortcut. You might have to go into Start, All Programs, or wherever it is. Ask your tutor if you're not sure. But I'll give this icon 2 clicks and that opens up Access 2007. There are various templates already set for you, and here are some online templates. You can ignore all of that for this. We just want a blank database there. Give that 1 click. And you'll notice over on the right hand side this panel has changed, and it's asking you there for a name, and it suggests database 1. I'm going to delete database 1, I don't want that, and I'm going to call it my first database. Remember, if I go too fast you can always pause the video and replay it. It's trying to put it in my documents, and I don't want it in my documents. You should put yours in a folder somewhere in your My Documents, and use your memory stick to back up your database. Don't work off your memory stick. They can be corrupted and you can lose them, and then you'll lose your whole year's work. So save it into My Documents somewhere and just use your memory stick to back it up. This button here will let you save it wherever you want to. I'm going to put mine on the desktop. Don't you do that. Put yours in My Documents somewhere. And I'm going to put it in this folder here, Videos for HNC Databases. 2 clicks there, and there's the name, My First Database, and then we'll do OK. So unlike a word processor or a spreadsheet, Access asks you to create the name before you do anything else. You can create the name and save it later on in Word or Excel, but not in Access. Then we go to this Create button there, and press that, and it starts up the new table. Now, a flat file database is what we're making here. A flat file means there's just one table in it. That's different to a relational database, which has 2 or more tables, and they are related, they're connected to one another. So we're just going to do a simple flat file one just now. And if you've used Access before, and you may not have, but if you have, you'll recognise this button up here. If you don't know it, this is a button we're going to use to build the table. So if you go up here and click on this button here where it says View, you get the datasheet view and the design view. We need to design this table, so let's give that a click. And it asks us to come up with a table name, and let's call it Hobbies, and then do OK. So what's happening here is you have a database called My First Database. Within that you have one table called Hobbies. That's all that's happened so far. And the reason they don't have the same name, the database and the table, is because you might build more tables into it and they can't all have the same name. Access has automatically added a field name and a data type. More on that later. We actually don't want this, but we'll delete it later on. The ones we want to add, if you come down here with your mouse and click just underneath that one and type first name, then click your mouse below that, or you can use your arrow keys and type surname, and come below that and type hobby. And you'll notice that text is going in these ones automatically as soon as you move away from it. So if we move away from the hobby one, it makes them all text. That means you can type anything into these fields. If it was set to be like this one, which is an auto number, it will automatically add a number, and we want to get rid of that one. So I'm going to just click here and press delete, and it tells you it'll delete what's called the primary key. Say yes to that, so that we're just left with first name, surname and hobby, and text, text, text. And that's your very basic table ready for data. And what we'll do next is go up here, see where it says view, we'll drop that down, you can go to datasheet view, A shortcut is just to click on the button there and you'll get this window. You must save the table. That's these changes we've put here. Say yes. And there's the table. It has the first name field. So that's a field name. That means it's the name for everything which is going to be in this column. And you have a surname and a hobby. And we're going to stop here. In the next video we'll add data.